What if the Roman Empire never fell? Imagine a world where the Roman Empire never collapsed. No Dark Ages. No medieval Europe. No France, Spain, or Italy as independent countries. For over 2,000 years, one empire would continue shaping the world. But would humanity be more advanced? Or trapped under a single government? To understand what might have happened, we first need to look at why Rome fell in the first place. The Roman Empire was one of the greatest civilizations in history. At its peak, it stretched across Europe, North Africa, and parts of the Middle East. Its roads connected continents. Its armies dominated entire regions. And its laws influenced societies for centuries. Yet by the 5th century the empire was struggling. Economic problems weakened the government. Political corruption became widespread. Emperors rose and fell at an alarming rate. Meanwhile, barbarian tribes pushed against Rome's borders. Eventually, in 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire collapsed. But what if things had gone differently? What if Rome solved its political problems? What if its economy recovered? What if its army successfully defended the borders? In this alternate timeline, Rome survives. And history changes forever. Without the collapse of the empire, trade networks remain intact. Roman roads continue connecting cities across Europe. Merchants travel freely across the empire. Knowledge spreads more quickly. Universities and libraries continue growing. Instead of Europe breaking into hundreds of competing kingdoms, a single government remains in control. For centuries, Rome continues expanding its influence. Latin becomes the dominant language across much of the known world. The cultural identity of Rome grows stronger with every generation. As stability continues, technology begins advancing faster. The Romans were already remarkable engineers. They built massive aqueducts. They created sophisticated road systems. They designed structures that still stand today. Given enough time, Roman inventors might push technology even further. Some historians believe the Romans were surprisingly close to developing machines powered by steam. In our timeline, these ideas never fully developed. But in a stable Roman Empire, innovation continues. Perhaps steam engines appear centuries earlier. Factories begin operating long before the Industrial Revolution. Scientific discoveries accelerate. The world enters a new technological age far ahead of schedule. By the year 1000, Rome could possess technologies that our timeline wouldn't see until the 1700s or 1800s. Ships become faster. Cities become larger. Communication becomes more efficient. The empire grows richer and more powerful. As the centuries pass, Rome faces a new challenge. Managing such a vast territory becomes increasingly difficult. Yet with advanced infrastructure and communication systems, the empire adapts. Governors oversee distant provinces. Military forces protect trade routes. A centralized government coordinates resources across continents. The Roman Empire becomes the world's first true superstate. As exploration begins, Roman ships cross oceans. They establish colonies in distant lands. When they eventually reach the Americas, history changes once again. Instead of multiple European nations competing for influence, a single empire expands across the globe. Roman culture spreads to every continent. Latin becomes the language of business, science, and government. Many of the nations we know today never form. Instead, they remain provinces within a larger Roman system. Now imagine the modern world. Skyscrapers rise above cities inspired by Roman architecture. Government buildings feature columns and arches. The Roman eagle remains one of the most recognized symbols on Earth. Students around the world learn Latin from childhood. Roman laws influence every major institution. Citizens identify themselves not by nation but by province. The world appears united under a single civilization. At first glance, this sounds like a dream. Less war. More stability. A shared culture. But there is another side to this story. Competition often drives progress. Many of history's greatest innovations emerged because rival nations challenged one another. Without competition, the Roman Empire could become complacent. New ideas might be viewed as threats. Political leaders might prioritize stability over change. Innovation could slow. A powerful government controlling billions of people could also limit freedom. Dissent may be suppressed. Opposition movements may never gain momentum. Citizens could enjoy safety and prosperity, but at the cost of individual liberty. The empire might become stronger than ever. Yet it could also become increasingly authoritarian. Over time, maintaining control would require massive bureaucracies and surveillance systems. The very stability that kept Rome alive might prevent humanity from reaching its full potential. So would a world where Rome never fell be better or worse? It's impossible to know. Perhaps humanity would achieve incredible technological breakthroughs centuries ahead of schedule. Or perhaps a world ruled by one empire would become stagnant and resistant to change. What we do know is this: the fall of Rome shaped nearly every part of the modern world. It influenced languages, governments, cultures, borders, and even the countries we call home today. If the Roman Empire had survived, the world would be almost unrecognizable. One empire, one language, one civilization, for over 2,000 years, and all because history took a different path. So what do you think? Would a world ruled by Rome be humanity's greatest achievement? Or its greatest mistake? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Timeline Twist.